Rico's heading off to Leinster. Goodness gracious me, it's been quite a couple of days as a Blues and All Blacks fan. Yesterday it was the news that Mark Telea, All Blacks winger and Blues winger, is leaving New Zealand Rugby to take up a permanent deal over in Japan. And today, a day later, it's Rico. He's following in Jordie Barrett's footsteps, not his brother Akira, who is in Japan. He's following Jordie and heading over to Leinster at the end of 2025 for a 6-month deal, which will run through to 2026. He's going to miss rugby with the Blues next year, and he's going to be doing a Jordie Barrett and playing his rugby in Leinster. Is this going to become a regular thing? I am not sure, but it's pretty exciting because Jordie Barrett has been an amazing success with Leinster thus far. That guy has taken to Leinster like a flippin' duck to water. He's been getting man of the matches and just been playing some outstanding rugby. Whatever they're doing with him, I mean, he's already a classy player, but he is loving every minute of his game time in Leinster because he's playing the house down. Now it's Rico's turn, so Jordie, remember, is going to be back. You got to give him back, Ireland, please. Jordie's going to be back at the end of the Leinster season to come back here to NZ. Well, Rico at the end of the New Zealand season, so December 2025, he'll be joining up with Leinster and staying with them, basically 6-month deal. Now, he is contracted, like Jordie, to come back. He's contracted through till the 2027 Rugby World Cup. So like Jordie's deal, this is not a kind of permanent deal. This is basically just him, like many other All Blacks, having an option to take some time overseas in their contract. But he's doing a Jordie in that most of these guys just take the sabbatical in Japan and play a bit of rugby, earn a bit of yen, maybe play a bit less game time or potentially a less rigorous schedule, that kind of thing. But Jordie opted for the kind of ultimate challenge. Razor has talked up what Jordie is doing over at Leinster and, you know, the fact that he's going to come back a better player and he wouldn't mind seeing more players do it. Well, now we're getting it from Rico. It's an interesting one as well because Rico's got a little bit of history with the Irish in recent times. Obviously, him and Johnny Sexton had a little bit of animosity between them at the last Rugby World Cup. Remember, Rico led the haka against Ireland when we played last year. So it's a really, really fascinating one to see that Rico is heading off. Given that his brother is literally playing rugby in Japan now, you thought maybe they would reunite, but no. I love this move personally. I mean, if he's going to exercise a sabbatical, I would love to see how Rico goes over playing European rugby. Clearly the coaches at Leinster know what they're doing because there are some guys who are in that club who left New Zealand, the likes of James Lowe and Gibson Park and whatnot, who have taken their game to another level since leaving New Zealand. I think a lot of us Kiwis would love to see you work some of that magic on Rico and then send him back a better player. He's been Razor's first choice guy in the midfield. He cops a lot of stick, some of it fairly, some of it a bit unjustly, but wow. Rico is heading to Leinster on a 6-month deal, so he's going to miss next year's Blue season, but then he'll be back in time for the World Cup and back to play All Blacks rugby in 2026 as well. So yeah, if you're an Irish fan, let us know what you think of this. Because as I said, he potentially wasn't the most popular guy in your neck of the woods. When he's on fire, he's a hell of a player. But as I said, since he's been moved to the midfield, he's not convinced everybody that he is kind of the right guy for that. A lot of people would like to see him back on the wing. He's certainly going to have some good competition with Leinster's midfield, with the likes of Ringrose and Henshaw and whatnot. So, yeah, and he's got a hell of a big standard to live up to with Jordie, because Jordie has just looked, as I said, quite incredible. If Rico is going to live up to that, he's going to have a big task on his hands, but he's a confident man. He's 28. He'll be at the peak of his powers for a wee bit of time with Leinster. Is this going to become a regular thing? All Blacks opting to head to Europe. So far, it's just Leinster, but it'll be interesting to see if any other clubs get in on the action. You guys let us know your thoughts. How do you think Rico will go overseas? If you're an Irish fan, are you excited? Are you less than excited to see Rico coming your way? He's certainly a character, so it'll be an interesting one. But anyway, I'm excited to see how he goes. And as I said, please send him back a better player. I would love to see it work some of that coaching magic for my Blues and for the All Blacks. But anyway, you guys let us know your thoughts on Rico's move. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.